Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from Group 4 and my name is KAMILIA and I'll be your first presenter for today. So today our presentation is to enlighten you about why family planning helps our population in underdeveloped countries. So first, initially family planning was being promoted to tackle some economic related issues, and I'm sure you have heard about this war, starvation, unemployment and food depletion. So this is some of the effect of overpopulation, and that is why in our thesis statement we propose that underdeveloped countries should implement family planning because it can ensure adequate food resource, reduce the death rate and sustain the environment. So we move to our first main idea, which is family planning can ensure adequate food resource for the whole population. So what we are trying to say here is population size will directly affect the food availability. So in these underdeveloped countries, they are facing a problem with their limited resource. So if you put a little bit thought in the link between population size and food security, you will understand why we emphasize that population control start with the basis of family planning. And in our paper, we also emphasize about the importance to make sure that the reproductive health service is accessible to everyone in every country. And this way, we believe that food scarcity in these underdeveloped countries can be secure. And that is all from me. So we move to the next presenter.
So my name is NAJWA as a second presenter. So the second main idea is family planning can reduce mortality in women and children. So family planning should be encouraged among married women because it can ensure good implication for the maternal health. Even the maternal task force has claimed that almost 44% of maternal death around the world has been abated by the contraceptive use. So what is the contraceptive use? So contraceptive use is one of the mechanisms that can reduce the number of high risk and high fertility. This mechanism also will help the mother to avoid the unwanted pregnancy that may lead to abortion and implication that may risk to the maternal health. Especially in underdeveloped countries, most of the families cannot afford the cost of the treatment if the mother has any problem with her pregnancy. So that is why they have been encouraged to practice family planning because it can ensure the mother is healthy and they could have enough money to buy their family's need. Also, family planning could save the life of children by reducing the mortality rate of children that living in underdeveloped countries. One of the factors that may lead to high mortality rate of children that living in underdeveloped countries is there is no child spacing, which is no appropriate age gap between the children. Studies have found that if the mother delivered by at least 2 years, their children will have a better chance of surviving and being healthy. Also, the babies who are at least 2 years apart, their babies will have less risk of becoming premature and malnutrition. So that's all for my part. We move to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, I'm ATIQAH, I'm the last presenter. Now we will proceed to the main idea 3, which is natural resources and environment are less stressed when we apply family planning in underdeveloped country. The current development of aid intake of this country and the exploitation are unsustainable because the source intake such as water, trees and farms will increase, but the supply for those sources will decrease. For example, with more people come, the greater need for the country to do deforestation, which they need more houses for their people to live in. Other than that, with population growth, numerous social interactions will happen between human being and environment such as overexploitation, gas emissions and pollutants. Resources depletion and increased emission will affect the environment and result in the temperature change and natural disaster. As we know, with population growth, the demand for food also rises. But an increased population growth causes greater environmental change which hinders the ability to meet the demand of increasing food. The demand increasing of the food. For your information, 30% greenhouse gas emission come from agriculture and meat production. So when we increase the food production, we will further intensify climate change, and reduce the ability to produce food in the future. Hence, when we not apply family planning, environmental degradation will store within the country and cause them to become underdeveloped country. Now we come to the conclusion. It is from all the main ideas, it is clearly shown that family planning should be implemented in underdeveloped countries to ensure food security, minimize mortality, and preserve the environment. Family planning can preserve the environment and natural resources. With that, we can control the consumption of water and food that make sure it is adequate for the population of the country. And with conserve the environment, we automatically can secure the food production. Besides that, the mortality can minimize by preserve the well-being of the mother, because when we apply the family planning, there is a gap between each child and the mother has enough time to recover from the pain during the childbirth. So now, the second word is more focus. Based on Surah Al-A'raf, ayah 189, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim, Huwallazi khalaqakum min nafsin wahidah wa ja'ala minha zawjaha liyaskuna ilayha. Which means, it is He who created you from single soul and therefore did make His mate, that He might dwell in tranquility with her. So, with that, with the Quranic verse, we can simply predict that peace is a goal of family life, which it can accomplish via marriage. In Islamic viewpoints, when it comes to procreation, we should encourage and embrace tranquility in every family. As the result, with contraception, As the result, contraception aids family in achieving peace by allowing them have children when they are ready and when they desire. That's all from us. Thank you.